Welcome back, Skate Hacks family. It's been too hot to skate in Texas recently, or should I say too hot to enjoy skating. I'll just put it that way. But recently I just woke up early enough to have a decent temperature session. So today we're going over nollie backside heel flips, nollie back heels, nollie back 180 heels, same difference. You should learn how to nollie heel and nollie back 180 before learning how to do this trick, because it's gonna really make stringing those two together a lot easier. So this is how I set up for it. You'll notice that a lot of tricks that I do in nollie stance, I have that front foot with the toes in the pocket. That's just my signature right there. That just really helps you get a lot more pop. And if you don't do that on your nollie tricks, I think personally that you're missing out on a lot of solid pop. I don't ever like to have my foot super high up on the nose unless I'm doing something kind of weird like a nollie tray or a nollie hard flip. Otherwise, I just love having it in that pocket. I also like to have a lot of pressure on that part of the nose to the point where it feels like that's the part of the nose that's going to hit the ground first when I pop the board. So you'll also see that the back foot has the typical nollie heel flip stance, except I like having both of my feet kind of pointed towards the front. I feel like it gives me less friction. It gives a nice easygoing flick without giving it too much friction when I'm doing the trick. So that's just how I set up with it. Toes towards the front. It's not super heavy on the heel flip. You don't need to get a lot of resistance off the grip tape, so I got my foot hanging off a lot. And you're gonna approach it like you would for a nollie back 180. You're gonna wind up like you would for the nollie back 180. You should make sure that the nollie heel flip is done rotating by the time you get halfway around with this trick. That's really a good checkpoint to make sure you're catching the heel flip by that point. It's not going to be like that every time, but that's just a good reference point to make sure you get the heel flip done. You want to focus on the pop first, and again, just a very light heel flip. You don't need a lot of resistance on that, and just make sure that it gets completed by the time you're about halfway done with the trick. And the second half is really just about letting the momentum carry you, catching the board if you can, and just landing back on it like a nollie backside 180. So this trick is interesting because it's like a backside flip, a frontside flip, any of those 180 degree flip tricks. It's like 90% of the trick is done in the first half. So if you were to split these tricks up into two, like just right in the middle, most of the actions and the important stuff is really done in the first half. And the second half of it is just about maintaining it, catching it, and just, letting your momentum carry you the rest of the way around. I've covered a lot of 180 degree flip tricks in the past, and I think what's common in most of them is that you'll always see my arms are swinging around, and they've already started swinging before I even pop. So it's just a good way to wind up and prepare yourself for the rotation, so that you can get a nice head start on it before you even pop the board. And that's just something common to most flip tricks that involve a 180. Those are my tips on the nollie backside heel flip. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. It's one of my favorites for sure. Comment down below, as always, guys, what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. If you like my videos, be sure to check out my Patreon page where I post exclusive content and provide skate coaching for my members.